Hello everyone, and welcome to this live report, ITQ live reports from KubeCon. I'm joined today by my friend Andrea Giardini. He's organizer of the KubeTrain, organizer of KCDs. He's going to be giving a part in the keynote, has a panel in the keynote on Friday. So, Andrea, is there anything that you know that you don't do for the Kubernetes community?
Yeah, indeed, like lots of things going on, right?
Yeah.
Together with Carlos, we organized KCD Amsterdam last year. It was an amazing experience. We got to know each other over the Dutch community, really. Before, I think, with the meetup scene and then with the KCD scene. But yeah, I've been splitting my time a little bit between, doing technical work, but also community work. It's part of who I am, and this is why, I decided to move into freelancing in the first place.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about how the idea for the KubeTrain sparked, and how did you get on with it?
That was actually very random. It's just a random idea that I had last summer. I just thought, how cool would it be for different communities around Europe, not only to get to know each other at KubeCon, which is such a massive conference, but also on their way to KubeCon, right? And I've moved around Europe quite a bit, so I know the Italian, the Swiss, the German, the Dutch, the French community. And so, I started pulling people in and say, hey, does this work only in my brain, or it's actually a good idea? And people were very enthusiastic. The response was, at a certain point, was just too big to ignore, really.
Yeah.
And this is how it happened. 6 months later, we had 10 trains coming from different parts of Europe. We had an amazing party with 250, 300 participants. And yeah, it's definitely an initiative that I would love to repeat in the future.
Yeah, nice. And you gave some data, some numbers. I don't know if you still have them in your head, but can you tell us something about?
I will try. Yeah. I think in total we had around 7,000 kilometers by rail, if we consider all the Cube trains. Around 130, 150 participants for the trains. Shortest train ride, a little bit over 2 hours, and the longest train ride, it was almost 9 hours from Berlin. That was a really long
9 hours,
Let me tell you, when I met them at the train station, because I just, I did a little welcome party for them as they arrived, you could see it on their face.
You could see in their faces, they had been through war.
Yeah. They had a rough time.
No, I think it's fantastic.
But they were very, again, even communities like Berlin that were a little bit smaller, they were very courageous taking such a challenge. Right?
Is there KubeTrain 2024? Is that something that you would like to continue doing?
2025.
Sorry, 2025.
Right?
My bad.
We definitely plan on doing it. I mean, we don't know yet where the next KubeCon is going to be, so that's going to influence, of course, how many trains we're going to organize and such. But yeah, definitely. I mean, seeing the response that we got from attendees, from organizers, and from sponsors, this sounds really something interesting that we would like to propose again. And now, we have all the knowledge of this year to use for the next one. Let's see how much of that is applicable. Let's see how much of that we manage to reuse.
I think the community wants it, so I personally do really encourage you, to continue with it. And of course, any help you want, there's so many people, I guess, which have helped you. I guess from all different countries. How did that work? Did you have little groups in the different countries which were organizing that part, and you were coordinating from, or how did that go?
Yeah, exactly. So every single country or every single departure station, let's put it this way, had a local member that was a little bit more involved in the project, let's put it this way. So we were syncing every couple of weeks just to understand, hey, do you have any issue? Do you need any help in any section? Do you need help with anything? And just trying to move each one of these forward. So every little community, every little departure station was fully independent in organizing on which day we want to leave, how many people are going to come, how do we want to sell tickets, how do we want to reserve their place on the train station and such. But at the end of the day, everybody was independent. We were just trying to put a little bit of a structure to make life easier to other people. But yeah, I mean, I didn't want, of course, to bind them down. It's the first time. We need to be flexible, and we need to have fun. That's the first thing, right?
Well, I think you all did a fantastic job. It was also a very fun party after that.
Indeed.
So that was great. And I'd like to ask you maybe a little bit about the keynote. You have a panel discussion where also one of our ITQ colleagues, Stefan, will be joining.
Sure.
And it's unity in diversity, right? So coincidentally, I'm wearing this T-shirt which says "Unity." Yes, exactly.
Unity is full of diversity.
Unity is full of diversity, right? So I think that's what's going to be your panel about, right? So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, that fits really well, indeed. Our panel is a little bit more broad about community and inclusion.
Yeah.
And they've asked me to participate for KubeTrain, but also for the work that they've put for KCDs and meetups and everything. So there will be 4 of us speaking. Some of us will be a little bit more focused on KCD. Some of us a little bit more focused on other non-technical initiative. Some of us a little bit more they will talk a little bit more about inclusion and the work that they're doing with the group of deaf and hard of hearing. And I will be talking a little bit more about KubeTrain specifically.
Yeah. Nice.
Because again, I could have never predicted something like this 6 months ago. It really came out of the blue. The response was great, and it was a great success. So yeah, this panel is going to be about how many different things can happen inside the cloud native community, and all of them matters in a way or another.
Yeah. And so how did you get to speak in the keynote? Do you apply? Do you send an application like a talk or something, or do they reach out to you?
No, it was they reached out to me for after seeing all the buzz on LinkedIn and Twitter.
Well,
they reached out to me. I think it's more you don't really apply. It's more like an invitation kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's a proof of all the good work that you're doing in the community. And so last question: Are you excited? I guess you must be very excited. About the keynote.
I must be very excited. I mean, I am very excited.
Yeah.
We did a rehearsal a couple of days ago. Well, it was yesterday. We did a rehearsal yesterday, and let me tell you, seeing the room even empty, it's so big. It's so so many people. You can just imagine what it's going to be. On the other hand, you have all the lights in your face, so you don't really see much of what is happening.
Yeah.
No, but it's going to be. I think it's going to be fun. I think we have a good panel, and yeah, I'm really excited to let more people know about KubeTrain as well. It was the first year to organize this, so we tried to create a lot of buzz on LinkedIn, on Twitter, but I still see that a lot of people, of course, don't know yet what is happening. Pretty much.
No, I think very, very, very well done. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining this ITQ conversation in KubeCon.
Thank you, Carlos.
And thank you, Andrea, for being here.
Of course. Thanks.